Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Htrc T240 DUO balance charger, and I gotta admit, it's pretty sweet. Check it out. So first off, I want to cover the things that I like about the charger, and then I will cover the couple little things that I'm not crazy about. My first impression as I ripped this thing out of the packaging is that the build quality felt right on. It doesn't feel like a cheap piece of crap in your hands. It feels like a nice quality product. All of the ports line up precisely with the holes in the case, and when I get stuff from China, that's one of the first things I look for is how well was the product put together, because that could be a sign for a cheap piece of crap. That's not the case with this charger. Everything lines up nice, it felt nice in my hands, and that's a good sign. Now, one of the key things about this charger is it comes with a built-in power supply. So, you know, if you're looking at something like this, fancy little chargers, they have no power supply. So that's an extra thing you have to go buy in order to use that charger. And with this charger, that is not the case. It comes with a wall plug and all the adapters you could need to pull it out of the box, plug it in, and start charging your LiPos. Or whatever batteries you want to charge, because it charges a whole bunch of Now, this is kind of a small feature, but it's one I really appreciated, and it has an on-off button, a switch on the back. And I know that sounds like stupid, but some of them don't have that, and when you plug them in, they arc. And again, I know that it's insignificant probably and doesn't mean anything, but I like the fact that I can plug it in and then turn it on and there's no arc. It's just a cleaner feeling when you're using the charger. Small detail, but I like it. This charger boasts two pretty powerful outputs, in my opinion. Now, it's 10 amps per side, so you could charge up to 10 amps on each side, meaning you could parallel charge a whole bunch of LiPos on each side. That's pretty convenient. I can tell you right now, at this point, for me as a hobbyist, it's more than enough juice to charge my LiPos. I really appreciate the fact it has a small form factor. It's basically the same size as the other one. I don't think there's any difference in the case. They are pretty identical in size. That being said, I have them both on my bench and they take up no room at all, and they're fantastic. The menu is something that I thought was really just well thought out and designed, because everything's in your face and it's super easy to use. You don't have to go digging through sub-menus to set it up or, you know, find what you're looking for. Everything's right there in your face on a nice color touchscreen. The best way I can describe that for you is just to show you. So let's charge some LiPos. Alright, check out how easy it is to charge with this charger. This is a 1000 milliamp 6S LiPo, and this is four 1500 milliamp 4S LiPos. We're going to charge them all at the same time. Now, my Osmo needs to be charged, so please forgive my shaky footage here. We click channel 1, we click LiPo. Hey guys, I just wanted to note that the screen resolution on this thing looks really nice, and the camera on my phone is doing it no justice. So keep in mind that the screen doesn't look that pixelated and weird. It looks really nice. That's just the camera on my phone doing that. It's a 6S battery. It's 1000 milliamps, so it's going to charge at 1 amp. The end voltage is 4.2 because it's not a high voltage battery. And we're going to hit start. Now you can also hit save, and you can save programs in here. So you can quickly access whatever settings you had for charging. So we're on 6S. Save. Start. So we are charging the 6S battery. You can click cell and look at each individual cell on these batteries as they're charging. Alright, while this is charging, we're going to charge this 4S bank of batteries at the same time. So we click channel 2, we click LiPo. Now, I charged one individually earlier, so they're 1500 milliamp batteries, so it remembered I was at 1.5 amps, but because we're charging 4 of them at the same time, that's 6,000 milliamp hours, so we're going to change this to 6 amps. Okay, there's 6 amps. They're not, again, not high voltage, they're just regular, so 4.2 per cell is where we want to be. And we're going to hit save, because I'm going to remember this program. Save. So now whenever I want to balance charge my 4S LiPos all at the same time, I can just click this program and hit start. So you can see we are charging 4S LiPos, and we're charging a 6S LiPo all at the same time. Super, super easy to use. Now, as I mentioned before, it comes with all the plugs and adapters you're going to need to get charging right out of the box. But I saved that for my last appreciated feature because at the same time, it's my first complaint. You can clearly tell that the adapters is where Htrc decided to cut some corners because these are really freaking cheaply made. I had a problem when I charged my 6S LiPo for the first time on this charger because the board separated from the housing a little bit, and next thing you know, the charger was reading it was a 5 cell. And if I looked at the independent cells as they were charging, they were going all over the map, and you could clearly tell something was wrong. So I stopped the charge to take a look to see that these boards are just the problem. So, in really simple, easy fix, I threw a zip tie around it. I mean, big deal. So, I'm not going to cry and say that this was a deal breaker by any means. If you wanted to get fancy, you could probably glue it and not even really tell that you did anything to it, but, you know, who cares? A zip tie, it's cheap. Easy fix. We're off to the races. Now, this, you might even be able to hear it as we're still charging. This thing has a pretty noisy cooling fan, and cooling fans, noisy cooling fans even, don't even really bother me. I have a 3D printer here that's usually running and it's noisy. I don't care. It's doing what it's supposed to do. If a charger is charging my LiPos or discharging my LiPos or doing something for me for my LiPos, there's gonna be a cooling fan on. It's part of life. No big deal. However, the previous model, the T240 DUO, that fan kicked on when you were using the charger, charging your LiPos or discharging or whatever you're doing. This new one with the touchscreen, that fan kicks on no matter what. You turn the charger on and that fan kicks on within 2 minutes of the charger being powered up. I just feel like that's kind of an annoyance, but again, not a deal breaker. That's really all I could find that I didn't like about the charger. This thing is awesome. I'm just gonna say it. It's really hard for me to try to give you a non-biased review on this charger because I really like it, and it is my new daily driver for charging my LiPos. You can find this charger on Amazon. They go for 80 bucks. The previous model was the T240 DUO. It doesn't have the fancy touchscreen, and it's, I don't want to say more difficult to use, it's just not as easy because it's not everything's up in your face. You kind of got to dig around through the menus and set it up, is where the touchscreen is just super easy, as you guys saw. So that's it. That's all I got. If you're interested in purchasing this charger, contact me and I'll see if I can get some kind of discount code from the vendor. I can't make any promises. This is a new person that I'm working with, and I'll try, you know, I'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can get you a couple bucks off this charger if you're interested in it. That's all I got. It's nice out. I'm charging right now because it's time to go fly. So I'll catch you guys later. Stay out of trouble, you crazy kids.